they're lining up for the top section of the boys 4x200.
Woodson has two good athletes here on this here, like the White, who has run 10, 6, and 100 meters, and Godfrey Hewlett, who's an outstanding quarter miler, ran 47 out the block this year. Folks, that is pretty impressive if you know anything about track.
Well, I tell you, we watched Godfrey over the years from junior high school. He's a tall, rangy kid, and he can fly.
Yes, he can. He has great attitude about it, too. I like his attitude. Very aggressive runner and competitive. And he's confident. He works hard at it. This should be a smoker.
Okay. As with all of these relay races, the baton exchanges are very, very, very important. And if they are not made safe, although you may have the fastest team, the speediest team, you have to be very technically proficient with passing the batons.
Yes, and plus what they normally do is the team that's picked that has the best time, they usually give them the lane 3 or 4, which are the best lanes on the track.
That way you can see them going and coming.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Me, myself, I like to sneak people. When I'm in shape, I like to take the outside lane because you don't have much turn to run. So sometimes you can get caught by that.
Results of the senior high girls.
But I doubt if anybody catch Wilson sleeping tonight.
Well, I tell you, when you're racing against people that you've known for a while and you've run against before, when you have that third lane, you know, you pretty much know what's going to happen to you. But when you go to a meet and you don't know anybody there, and according to time they put you there, hey, you don't it gives you trouble sometimes. I know because I watched the guy from the inside. I said I know he's coming, and the guy on the outside was killing him. You know, we fought each other and he won.
That's true. I tell you, you can't always go on time. It's what you do to
Oh, there's no question. There's no question.
Third place, Roosevelt, 152.6.
Okay, we're gonna try to get some results for you. As you hear them being announced over the PA system. We're up on the third level of the roof here, so we're kind of high. And once we get those results to come up to us, we'll give them to you, and we'll let you know. Try to let you know some of the names of some of the youngsters as we can get them. Again, this is a track meet. It's a relay, and you can't identify individuals that very well at this point in time. But we're going to watch Hewitt for Woodson and, of course, the Prelude brothers. Okay, the gun is up, and they're off.
A good start.
Good start.
Wilson is making the stagger. Wilson's making the stagger.
Wilson's beginning to make the stagger. They're rolling.
Yes, they are. They're already dictating to the race.
We're going to try to look at some of these splits. Not so good exchange. Not so good exchange.
He waited for the man.
That may cost him the record. I think they'll win the race still, but that may cost him the record. Gonzaga's out there pretty good.
And it looks like Spingarn or Roosevelt is putting a
Gonzaga's out there pretty good.
Tight race on this here.
Woodson's going to have trouble. They're going to come down to the anchor. Excuse me.
That's Dunbar.
That is Dunbar. Okay. I'm sorry.
They do have to lead at this time. What an upset here, folks, look like.
I don't believe that's Woodson, but they don't have the green. That's supposed to be Woodson?
And the tight leg. Gonzaga on the outside is running a tough leg here. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to see when he comes up this here turn who will be the winner. Man from Gonzaga is running strongly. He's technique. He's up taller. He's really pushing. He's taking the lead. That's not Woodson.
Ah, folks, we misled you. That was not Woodson. I'm sorry. Again, these colors from where we are fooling us. That was Dunbar.
I'm telling you, I can't believe that these colors are so closely related like that. This is the race with him.
Okay, forgive us, please. But that was Gonzaga on top.
I keep forgetting that H.D. Woodson has changed the uniforms. The stripes are going around.
Right. Yeah. That's Dunbar, black and red. So forgive us, that was Dunbar at that time. Okay, now we have the heat with Woodson in it. We have White Plains. Again, folks, they are, because of the number of teams, and there are some last-minute entries, they will change the heats and the status around on certain heats. So what we have on our program may not necessarily be who's running in the race. We have to pick them up as they come up.
And they also make these lane changes last minute, too, on this.
White Plains, Carroll, H.D. Woodson, Ballou, Wilson.
Okay, in this section we have White Plains, Carroll, H.D. Woodson, and Ballou.
This section will be the...
Now we'll watch Woodson in number 3. I'll bet we'll get it right this time. And also, because of the number of races, sometimes coaches will run secondary runners, and I won't say a second team must be runners in certain races in certain spots. So I think they're going to try to go for a record here tonight.
Yeah, especially since this would be the last meet before the Penn Relays here, that they can really make a showing for the crowd and making a good showing for Penn Relays. We're at event number 18. White Plains, Cal, H.D. Woodson, Ballou, Wilson, and T. Central.
All right. It should be a good race. Again, we're going to keep our eye on lane 3. Dunbar who looked very similar, colors were very similar to Woodson. We were calling them Woodson all throughout the last race, and our mistake. But the reason they lost that race was a bad exchange up on the first leg.
Yes, it was.
Between first and second.
The incoming runner ran past the outgoing runner, was the second man. The second man just didn't get out fast enough, and that would happen to you in this type of meets if you don't really walk off the proper stepping.
Well, I'll tell you, when you're in the infield sometime and you're practicing those, you have to work on those signals, go, 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 or whatever you're using, so you can get off, and you've got to gauge your stride. If he hasn't hit you in that third or fourth stride, you got to know you got to chop it.
Exactly. It really takes a lot of time and precision and working in practice in order to really get these good handoffs. And Wilson normally puts in tremendous time in this.
Okay, gun is up, and a good start.
And
they're about even at this point.
Yes, it is.
Woodson making a little bit.
And Blue's not running too bad out there also. Wilson is definitely starting to make a move now.
Woodson's moving good now.
Second exchange.
Let's watch the exchange. Good exchange, good exchange.
21.
That's going to make the difference.
Yes,
he's
good
flying.
exchange, yes.
Good exchange.
You see the example of good exchange and good working and technique. These young men are really demonstrating a clinic here.
You're looking at the beauty of track.
The White has run a 10.6 900 meters, which is a very impressive time.
Got a good exchange, but he almost got out of that zone. He's going to have to chop it.
Now, the ankle leg for H.D. Woodson, if I'm not mistaken, is the national caliber athlete named Hewitt. He's a 47.2 plus a 10.3 100-meter man, so this would be quite exciting to see what they're doing. Blue's putting on a good third leg here also. And they could get the
103, they have a chance.
They have a chance.
They have a chance.
You're looking at...
So one of them young Pugh brothers that used to go to Woodson. There were several of them been out of Woodson.
Oh, he's flying. They have a chance.
Yes, I think the record will go here tonight. This young man is...
He's smooth. He's smooth.
Some college with his ability. Very strong, very strong.
126. Unofficially, 126.
That is a very good time.
Super time. And that's running into that headwind again, as we remind you. Super time. It's going to be tough up in the pin relays.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
We'll look out from the boys from Jamaica.
Yes, man. It seems like they always put together a tremendous team from Jamaica.
There's no question about it.
And Boys High, that's another team, but again, mainly of Jamaican athletes.
No, it's no question. Boys High of Brooklyn.
4 by 200. I'm going to read off.
And Franklin D. Lane, also of New York.
Different teams, but these young ladies and gentlemen are competing. We have Charlie Poole, graduate of Anacostia High School, graduate of St. Augustine's College. James Brody, Spingarn High School, University of District of Columbia.
Okay, the next event coming up is the sprint medley relay. And Maurice, can you tell us what a sprint medley is about?
Well, this race was put together, I think, for people who had not too many good sprinters, not too many good quarter milers. So the first man runs a 400, the third man runs 200, and then the last man runs a half mile. Now, this is going to be interesting because I don't know if these alumni can make a half mile. I mean, I don't know who's going to run that.
Well, I don't know. Like I say, I'm with George Foreman's fighting pretty soon, and I think George is going to do all right. Of course, I'm 2 or 3 years older than George.
Well, you know, we used to call them over the hill gang, but I think that's fine for me and you, C-Rod. We may be over the hill, but these guys may still have some spunk left in them.
U.S. Army, David Farmer, Anacostia High School, St. Augustine's College, Kevin West.
Well, I see Woodson boys over there
celebrating, so that must mean they're very close to that record.
Oh, they broke it, one or the other.
I think they did. It may be close to one of the best times this year for a high school team.
Seton Hall, Maurice George.
That means if they can run a 126 down here, imagine what they would do at the Penn Relays in front of 40,000 people.
I remember some of those guys that they're running. Charles Chislett, boy, the guy. Got a few ex-Green Waves out there. Spingarn. They're from all over.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting.
I want to remind our audience that, you know, we're here at Eastern High School at the 22nd Marc Jenkins Relay. I'm Ken Howard with C-Rod
Okay,
Robinson
this is it.
and more people.
Huh?
I said we are here at Eastern High School.
That we are. And it's not raining. And it's not cold.
Yes, it is.
And it's Marc Jenkins, and I can't believe it.
Went on to college and are now here working.
Okay, this is going to really be fun. This is the alumni section of the 4x200. Excuse me, this is a sprint medley. So, hey, they should have some fun.
I think we're going to start off with a 220 leg and go into another 220 leg, and then a quarter leg, and then a half mile.
Okay, excuse me, Maurice, what alumni section is what now?
Of information to pass on to you.
Okay, they're running 4x2s. So they're going to save them a little bit.
Oh, that's not fair. I want to see somebody die in a half mile, the old guys.
I'm going to tell Jeremiah you said that.
It's going to be very interesting.
Well, I just hope these old guys have been doing something in the previous weeks.
Well, I tell you, nostalgia is big money these days.
Andre!
Andre Lancaster?
I hope not. I mean, I haven't seen that guy running since he left Maryland.
That might be him, though. That might be him.
Hey, that put him about 34, 35 years old.
BE 618, you're blocking someone. BE 618, will the bus driver please report to his bus? Thank you. You're blocking.
Well, I tell you, it's a great night here at Easton. We got a very good crowd out for the Marc Jenkins. And it's at Easton High School this year, of course, because the spring arm track will be, as is, under renovation. So next year this time, hopefully, we will be back at spring arm, and they will be rolling.
And people that didn't make this one, please come next year because it's going to be very exciting. being that it's a new track, it will be fast.
And while you're thinking about it, again, Marc Jenkins is really sort of like the signal to the opening of the outdoor season for DC inter-high school athletes. Of course, they're going to be going up to Penn Relays and enjoying that carnival up there. But then they'll be coming back, and they'll be competing very hard in their own East and West meets, and, of course, the inter-high championships. And there's nothing better, I think, you can do to tell these youngsters that we support you, we love you, than to be out here and watch them run.
Exactly right. They need that.
We just wish more parents were out here, but we have a good crop of parents here tonight.
Exactly.
That's what's most impressive.
Well, when you're watching it and you listen to us talk, you can see that there's always something going on in the track meet. You see people running off all over the place. They're warming up. They're trying to stay warm. They're running. Okay, we're getting ready for the start here. They're signaling across the way. It's going to take these old guys a little time. I know.
Yeah, they're not quite in shape. They probably only trained for 2 weeks for this event.
Well, we don't move that
2
fast
days,
no more.
maybe. Might have been 2 days, almost.
I mean, you're asking us to run. But they're all volunteers, I understand.
Yes, they are.
And you know, they'll get a chance to look back at this. Some of them might not have ever been on television before. They may get a chance to see themselves.
One thing we better watch, though, we better keep good times, because these times are going to drop so low when they tell these stories again. You know, my split was 21-2.
It might have been 31-2.
Hey, this is for bragging rights. That's what this is all about here, folks. I'm telling you. To see the former athletes come out here and run this.
Are the ladies competing against the men?
We're having a co-ed look like here, race.
What a cap?
I'm surprised, too. I mean, equal rights here on track and field in D.C.
Wait a minute. I expect Lacey to be out here somewhere.
No, I think Lacey booked up earlier. She knew this was going to happen. They're trying to get me out here, but I told them I was already booked.
Hey, you do anything to stay away from that running, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, again, we want to remind you, this is DC Cable 34, and in the booth tonight with us is, of course, Mr. Ken Howell, Springham High School, C. Roy Robinson, and, of course, the fabulous Mr. Maurice Peoples. Our production staff, of course, Mr. Joseph Ankrum, and Mr. Ricardo Smith. This is, again, Turning Point Productions, and we are bringing you the Marc Jenkins relays from Eastern High School, and they're off.
Hey, look at this.
Pretty good so far. Nobody's pulled up lane.
I'm telling you, I don't know who.
That's a good sign.
Good. Look at these guys run for.
Hey, they rolling.
And
I knew them girls should have had a handicap.
Yes, they should. That was very unrighteous what they did.
Feel a few raindrops, fellas.
Yeah, me too.
We talk back too much about the weather. Dark clouds over here.
Oh, Coach from Peru.
George on the inside, giving to Charlie Ford.
It looks very competitive. They should have given the ladies at least a lap start.
Yeah.
Rebecca's sister was a tremendous athlete, Esther.
Esther Stroy.
Oh, look at this ankle leg here.
Speedy Thompson. Speedy Thompson's in there somewhere.
Well, let's hope. Hey, let's hope they don't lose them for a muscle or something.
There's Speedy Thompson.
Speedy Thompson is still fast, isn't he?
Oh, what a race. What a race. Them old men will remember this night, folks. I'm telling you.
Hey, man.
Yes, they will.
Hey, remember that.
I think the
They
muscle
remember
will
this
remind
day.
them, too.
And here comes the ladies.
Here come the
I
ladies.
knew they should have had a handicap.
They should have a handicap. That's not really fair. I'm telling
They had
you.
anchor man, though.
These old men didn't
Ladies
show
had
no
anchor
mercy.
man, I believe.
Oh, they had anchor man. I'm sorry.
And they mixed it with the man. I was right.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that. Believe me, you saw some names from in our track. Speedy Thompson alone being on anchor.
Yes, he
I remember he used to run that 10-1, 10-200.
good athlete. He still looks like he can still run that.
I'm quite sure all of them will be
And Lloyd Jeremiah, as you saw there, he's about 34 years old, so he gave it a good try for an old man.
Hey, what can I say?
And he's a hurdler, so he's an intermediate hurdler, so he tried.
No excuses, no excuses.
Hey, it was a change, good
If
change
you got
of
in the
pace.
blocks, you're supposed to run. That's what my coach told me. He put me in the mile. So you got in the blocks, you're supposed to run.
Got to give him credit. It was a good change of pace for a change. It's the first time they've had this, I believe, out of the 22 events of Marc Jenkins Relay.
Well, I tell you, I hope you are enjoying it. We're enjoying trying to bring it to you. Again, this is our first shot at this, and this is a track meet. There's always something going on. Okay, they're going to be lining up now for the next one. I think this is the sprint medley. We're getting to that. And this is event what? 26? No, excuse me. Event number 20. And when we refer to them as events in your programs, usually each event or each heat is listed as a separate event.
4x400 meter relay, junior high school girls and boys.
Okay, they're going to run the 4x400 for the junior high school boys and girls, their first call. Now we have the sprint medley relay.
First call.
Again, Maurice, if you want to explain to us again how the sprint medley works.
Okay, the first athlete runs the 400, and she hands off to the next athlete, which would be a 200 leg, handing off to the third, which is a 200 leg. And then the last person that anchors is an 800 leg. So it's quite an exciting race, and it's a fun race.
For whom?
For the person that runs the 200 leg.
That half mile, I'm not sure about that. We got to talk to them.
He has to be ushered along, buddy.
Well, see, I like the sprint medley relay. And I think that was 110, 110, 200, and 400. And it's over.
I like those two. But for some reason, I guess the coaches felt they needed a little more distance and competitiveness, so they made the half mile. That's like a mile to me.
I tell you, you sit up here and watch, and we're laughing and joking. And while we're laughing and joking, I talk about sprints. I talk about sprints primarily because I was a sprinter. You would not know it now, of course, to see that I weigh about 250 pounds. But I was a sprinter, and I like sprints.
Yes.
I can't see no reason to run more than 100 yards in life.
Yes, and the first leg will be a 200, and the second leg is a 200. Then they go...
Joe, ankle? Huh?
Oh, he didn't bring it. He didn't. Gary's not here. Gary's not here. He's supposed to come. Hey. No. His dad was in an accident. His dad was in an accident. And they're off. Gary didn't make it, man.
First section.
He couldn't make it. His dad was in an accident. Dad was in an accident.
Okay, the girls' sprint medley is a 100, 100, and then a 200 and quarter. They've been a little bit different than the men, so they do show the ladies' favorite.
Somebody fell.
We got a tremendous.
Somebody fell. I mean, the girl from Spingarn fell. Girl from Spingarn fell and hurt herself.
This is a 220 leg coming up here.
Okay, who do we have out top? We're trying to pick up the colors. It's Eastern, and we're not sure of the red.
It looked like Amelia Barnes that fell from
Eastern
Spingarn.
and Dunbar.
And Dunbar fighting it out here in this 220 leg. Now we're gonna. The ankle leg is a 400 meter leg. The person goes one time around.
Okay, they don't have to stay in lanes in this. And for this last leg, they can break for the corner.
And Easton has a 3-meter lead at this time, folks.
Both runners looking pretty strong, but that headwind was going to tell.
Yes, right on the backstretch, too. Easton girl is still maintaining, though.
And rigor mortis corner.
It's coming up.
I don't care if you walk in or riding, rigor mortis will catch you right in that turn. He lives right up there.
And what he's referring to, people, is at the 300 mark, which is the last 110. They call it Ricky Mortis' turn, or the monkey, or the gorilla, or the bear.
The bear.
Because here's where your conditioning.
By any name, he's tough.
Right here, folks, is where all mental and integrity, strength, perseverance.
And the Eastern runner has run through that wall. She's holding her form.
Yes, she is. She, matter of fact, opens it up. She ran a very good leg.
Very good leg. And that's Eastern, the winner. Dunbar, but Anacostia is pulling. And Spinger.
Roosevelt fighting hard. Everybody deserves a hand in this race, I'm telling you. That 400 can be like an 800 for the girls.
Oh, it's no question. It's no question. In my lifetime, they told me it was the toughest race, and I still believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen of the alumni.
We will be in contact with you.
Lady referee. In fifth place.
You heard that before. It's in the man.
Fourth place.
I'm gonna bring it by the school.
St.
I'm
All.
gonna come by the school tomorrow Friday. I'm not working. I'll bring it by.
In third place.
You even went out about it, huh? Oh, okay, we're lining up for the second heat.
And the winner.
And again, we got to watch that Woodson team. They've been running very strong tonight. I'm looking to see if they're going to run done in this race. And they may be saving them because there's a mile relay, the 4x400 later.
That's right, folks. No longer the mile relay.
I mean, they really messed me up with
All
that.
these new names really have changed my outlook on track. And I'm a former track star myself.
21-2. Was that 21-2? 21-2. We got the split. The whites don't lie. You will. 21 years and 4 seconds.
You guys don't cook no
Oh, shit. Hey, Jim, we got you. About 2 days.
Folks below us are some of the alumni runners that you just previously seen, and they're asking about their times, and we're trying to tell them it was 21-2s on some of those splits. Okay, the gun is up.
Some of them left yesterday.
The first leg was 110 meters.
All right.
110, and then the third 200, and then the last woman anchors with the 400.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're just having a little fun up here.
Look like Wilson. I think Woodson is running one of their B. They're running a B team this time from the makeup.
Woo,
No, that's done. That's
cool.
10. That's done.
Woo, what a good leg. She came from nowhere on that one. Good exchange.
Oh, not a good exchange at Woodson.
Okay, it's going to be up to those quarter milers. That Coolidge girl has a good lead.
Yes, she is.
Depends on their anchor now.
Coached by Adrian Dixon. That man's been around for a while. He's very knowledgeable in track and field.
Yeah.
Coach Roosevelt fighting with Woodson for that second place position. It's the quarter leg.
Okay, whoever can hold their form.
Yeah, you got Woodson and Wilson. Here come Woodson.
Here comes Spinger.
Boy, I tell you.
No, oh, that's Wilson. Okay, in the green.
Is going after this girl, folks. If she maintains this, is going to be something else. Who is this on this leg?
Wilson.
Walking them down.
She's walking.
Hey, cake walking.
She is walking.
Jeez.
She is walking. Now we got to see if she can get by that wall.
She came from last place, folks.
Hey, she is maintaining her form. Beautiful run, beautiful run. She came from last place. She's striding nicely. She has it in hand. She's maintaining her form. Arms high, legs reaching out.
This young lady shows some very,
Like a
very
little thoroughbred, too.
aggressive running, I tell you. She went after them with no hesitation. That's a sign of a gutsy runner, folks.
Exactly right.
What a well-ran leg.
That's a great, great race. I'd like to see her in the open quarter.
Me too, I'm telling you. I'm glad I ain't running, folks.
Yeah, one of these little girls would probably embarrass us.
that's a very competitive runner right there. I mean, to come back from that distance.
It's a rat's bill.
The first 200 and 400, that's
Oh,
great.
she came from dead last.
That's awesome.
She came from dead last.
Who's making the 200? Right here, right?
Okay, that was a very, very competitive race, and that was Wilson. That was Wilson coming on top with an outstanding ankle leg. And we're going to try to get the young lady's name.
Yeah, that ankle leg, folks, on that there relay was by Miss Kane. She's a real good quarter miler. She runs about 56, which is a good time for a high school girl. She can run competitively in college with that.
Oh, that split she did?
Yeah.
What was it?
Keisha Kane, she's a 56 quarter miler.
Okay.
I remember last year she ran very competitive over at the Jenkins relays. It's been on.
Well, we've seen two outstanding anchors, of course, from Rosetta Gardner from Blue, and the young lady just now, Letitia Kane. So, hey, they're very competitive. This is very early in the season.
Yeah.
They've got the hot months are coming.
I'm telling you.
Okay, this is the boys' sprint medley.
Junior high school boys, junior high school girls, 4x100, 6th place.
Okay, Maurice is going to take over for a minute, and we're going to try to go get some results here.
All right, I appreciate that, fellas. We need these results here because I'm anxious to see what these young people are doing here. And so you would know also. We have been getting mostly unofficial times. And it's the first heat of the sprint
guns up
for the boys.
Good start.
Good start. We have Wilson.
Junior high school, 4x100 meter.
And it looks like Roosevelt on the inside
Yeah.
is running very strong and well.
Let's see, who's that blazing by there?
But
Let's see.
Easton, is that Easton coming back on him?
Gonzaga.
Good
Let's see who
exchange.
it is. I don't know who it is. Maybe Gonzaga, I don't know.
Leader relay is Neal,
It's a good second leg for this athlete here out in first place. It looks like that's Eastern High School, the home team, folks.
Roosevelt and Wilson.
And Roosevelt is trying to come back on him strong. And here we go to the quarter leg, folks. And the last man runs a half. So this is different than the young lady sprint medley that you see. Wilson is coming back. God, what a makeup.
Oh yeah, he's really making up some ground. We'll see how long Wilson's can hold that lead.
Hold this lead, yes it is. It's quite windy in the backstretch, so it will affect the runners as they go into the headwind. Yeah. But they have it coming to their back on the home stretch, so...
Well, here comes Roosevelt coming back.
Here comes Roosevelt coming back. He's running a very strong leg. You may catch him. He's pumping them arms. He's really using his arms.
He's pumping real.
He's the man to swing wide.
Yeah.
It's a very costly mistake. He's giving the Roosevelt inside lane.
Oh, he might run off the track, though.
What a good run by Roosevelt running. Now we go to the half mile. 2 laps around.
Came close to running off the track.
He sure has. I thought we were looking at some indoor competition here, folks.
Once again, we ask if you're not involved.
Exactly right, Bo. This is going to be a 2-man race here.
These guys are
Roosevelt or Wilson?
stride for stride.
No, that's not Wilson. Roosevelt and Easton running stride for stride. You're right.
If I was the Eastern runner,
Two-man race. I was just pacing.
You should lay in the back,
Exactly.
right, let the headwind.
Yeah. See, they feel real. That's very important. These young men have to know where they are running at on this track and where the wind actually is headwind or whether it's a tailwind.
Exactly.
Just like driving.
Plus, he's running on the outside, so he's running more distance.
Look, there's a little bump in there.
And remember, these people got another lap to go, folks.
And they fail to realize that, I think. Yeah, they know.
Eastern athlete took the lead.
Well, there goes the bell.
There's a bell lap.
Yep.
And the Wilson athlete in third place.
Again, I'm glad they put the bell in because I tell you, I used to remember that gun going off in my head. I've just come numb. I run ankle leg.
Easton still maintaining about a 5-meter lead. It looks like he's about to open it up, though. We'll see if the Roosevelt athlete can come back on this. Eastern athlete's looking relaxed. Where the Roosevelt athlete's shoulders are moving, swaying.
Yeah. Just trying to make it through this race.
Yeah, I think he's feeling a little bit of that fatigue over there.
Yeah, and Eastern runners turn it on.
Turn it on.
This is the way you teach a youngster to run this last lap.
That's right.
That's right. You burn it on in.
He looks like a good last 150 here. He's
record time. He's really pumping his arms well.
He's looking relaxed. No movement in the head is stationary, and he's fighting it.
Yeah, he really is.
Put a little bit more steam on, folks. And he opened up, matter of fact, about a 60, 80-meter lead.
Sure did. Good dedication.
But the Roosevelt athlete, had to give him credit. He fought a good race, and he ran a good race.
The Lady Rough Riders really rooted them on.
Aren't they?
To the finish line.
That's
Really
what I'm
rooted them
talking
on.
about. Team spirit.
And here comes Wilson.
Because I'm used to old guys are coming. Ain't no way I got there and fucking like that, man.
And ladies and gentlemen, remind you, we are here at Eastern High School for the 22nd annual Marc Jenkins Relays. I'm Ken Howell, along with C. Roy Robinson, and our guest commentator, Maurice Mo Peoples.
We're coming to the city heat in this sprint medley at this time.
Okay. Well, sorry.
Results on the girls sprint medley relay. 6th place, Dunbar. 207.9. 5th place, Eastern.
And the coach from Roosevelt is coming down on a submaster athlete, so his name is Lord Jeremiah. He's showing good form here, but he has the speed and the intensity of running from Roosevelt.
Girls sprint medley, Wilson, 1-2-1-3. Representative from Wilson, Woolwich, and Woodford.
Hey, Lloyd, I made you a ride home, man. Yeah. You drive? Oh, you're not driving either? Okay.
Mo, these young people to be commended to be out here running like this. See, Adolphe Evans is hollering up here from Springard. It's amazing. It really is very becoming to see these young people, young ladies and young men, come out here and dedicate themselves to running, because this really says a lot for the inner high, the committee that got this relay together. Mr. Gates and his staff, Coach Bruce Williams from Springard, Mr. Frank Powers, athletic director, and all those persons, the principal, Dr. Elizabeth Smith, and all those persons that were responsible for getting this track meet together as they've done in the past. And those people that received awards, it has been so far and a very interesting evening of running. And we still have a lot more to come. So we hope you enjoyed it from DCTV. Again, with Ken Howell, C. Roy Robinson, and our guest commentator, Maurice Mo Peoples from Arizona State, I believe.
Yes, sir. The warm country.
Hey, they could use some of that right now, I believe.
Exactly.
Championship section, boys. Fifth place, Wilson, 139.3. Fourth, White Plains, 134.2.
Well, they're getting ready for the start now.
130.2. Second, Blue, 129.4. And the winner of the 4x200 High School Boys Championship section, fine time of 126.1. H.D. Woodson.
Guns up for this race. Here it is. The guns up.
You heard it, H.D. Wilson, 126.1.
Fantastic.
One of the best times ever run in this area.
Well, the best time running this area, H.D. Woodson did it. 4x200, 126.1, the best ran in this area. That's why they were celebrating so much over there, Mo.
Yes, it was. I'd be celebrating, too, after running a fine time like that. That's tremendous.
Okay, the guns up.
Guns up.
They're off.
This here is the sprint medley, the second heat of this event. The first man runs a 200, second man runs a 200, and goes into the third man, which runs a quarter, and then the anchor man's half. We have
way out front.
running a fantastic first leg. There's a good exchange going into the second man.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, forgive us. We have to figure out who these schools are. It looks like Saratsville. That's Carroll.
Carroll's running a
John
very good
Carroll,
race at this
excuse me.
time. They have a commanding lead as they go into the quarter mile, which is the third leg of this race. And Woodlawn seems to be second.
Okay, this is the high school boys open section, I believe, of the sprint medley relay. There we got Carroll, Coolidge, Gonzaga, Woodlawn, White Plains. I believe that's who we have in there, Mo. In this particular lap, or this particular heat.
So far, Cal still has the lead. And he's running a very gutsy race. He looks very strong, very powerful runner here. He's still running very controlled. He's maintaining it. And Woodlawn is fighting a very second at this time. This is the half mile, this is the last lap.
The boys sprint medley relay, ladies and gentlemen. They run 200, 200, 400, 800. Hopefully all...
This is the half mile from Cal. He's running a very good race at this time. This is going to the first lap. He has a commanding lead of about 80 meters. Gonzaga's moved into third position and challenging for second at this time over Woodlawn from Baltimore.
All distance medley relay team.
He's very running control, very smooth.
Oh yeah, Carroll,
relaxed.
very much so. Carroll's bringing home the bacon. Got one more lap to go. What's the bell lap?
Gonzaga and Woodlawn, they're battling for second place. Followed by Coolidge.
White Plains.
White Plains, anchoring in the back. Now the Cal athlete has increased.
Stretch it out. Yeah,
Yes,
he's
he
stretched out.
He's doing a very good half mile.
He really did.
To be out that far and still pulling it on.
It's going to be a battle for second place
This is
between
gonna be a battle
Gonzaga
for second place. And Woodlawn.
and Woodlawn, yeah, from Baltimore. We're glad to see them in this relay. Yeah, this is one. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the best relays on the East Coast, next to the PN relay.
Yes, it is.
This has really gained a lot of recognition over the years.
Because you got schools from New York and New Jersey and Baltimore. And the Woodlawn athlete has held up the Gonzaga athlete.
Gonzaga for second.
He saved a little bit there, it seemed to be, at the end.
Okay, and here comes Coolidge behind Gonzaga for fourth. And White Plains didn't quit.
And it's good for a team from New York to come down here to run. Again, they're also tuning up for the Penn relays.
Exactly. So they're trying to move it. They're moving these races. You know, but time will continue to move also.
And we have coming up the seeded heat, which will be the hottest heat of the sprint medley.
This is where you got the, right want to say, the big guns are running in this one. This should be a very interesting race.
This is going to be pretty competitive. Wilson has a good team, and you got H.D. Woodson, who's always seemed to be in the picture, in the forerunner. Ballou, you got to consider them also. This is going to be a very competitive race here.
Oh, yeah, we're going to enjoy this one, I'm almost sure. This is for bragging rights.
Okay, gentlemen, while we're waiting, coming back hot off the presses, and just give you some of these times. We can fight, we can fight some of this wind. Okay. In event 4, the boys 4x100 junior high school. First place was Deal with a 46.3. Second place, Carroll with 47.5. Third place, Francis, 48.1. In the other section, 4x100, 47.1. First place, Hart. Second place, Johnson, 47.6. Third place, Kramer, 48.3. Okay, we're running again, 4x100 B teams. In event 6, Woodson, 44.5, first place. And this is the boys invitational. Ballou, second, 46.5. Wilson, third, 46.9. The gun is up.
Final section.
This is the high school boys championship, I believe. Yes, it is.
And Wilson is the team to look for in this event. And so far, they're out there.
Ballou, Woodson, Wilson, Dunbar, Roosevelt, I believe.
Ooh, it's competitive.
This is watch these exchanges.
That's Dunbar so far ahead of Wilson. Good exchange by Wilson.
Great exchange.
And you see the effects of it.
Great exchange. You know when you can make that exchange, Maurice, it means everything in a relay race.
Yes, it does.
H.D. Woodson is coming, though.
H.D. Wilson coming in second.
This is the key lap right here. This is the key lap.
This is the quarter lap.
Yes, sir. This is the key lap in the whole race.
And they don't have Hewitt running this leg, so it's going to be pretty tough for the Woodson kid to catch the guy from Wilson. He is a good runner on his own right.
Yeah, they're probably saving Hewitt for the mile, or 4x4, relay.
The granddaddy of them all.
Which is really the only relay in this whole event. 4x4.
Spoken like a true quarter miler.
Looks like Wilson is still in control.
Yeah, he's holding this form. He's got the baton in place and he's rolling.
Young man have good legs. Followed by Woodson, Ballou, Dunbar, and Roosevelt. This is the half-mile leg. Each runner runs steps. The runner from H.D. Woodson is a good half-miler, and Wilson doesn't have their best half-miler anchoring for them on this race.
I think they're going to again save him for the mile relay also. He is a good quarter miler.
And Ballou is making a run for the lead.
He has a good stride back there from Lou. He's eating it up.
He sure does. I wonder if he realizes
make
that
a race
he
out of
has
this.
a lap to go.
He's holding his form. Again, I don't think the kid from Wilson is aware that anybody's coming.
Well, if this is
But they will tell him as he goes by.
If this is Cooper from Wilson, he's a 159 half miler, so
Well, he's in good shape. He's in good shape for this last.
relaxed.
This gun lap, or shall we say the bell lap.
Has ran a very good leg.
Well, it depends on how much he spent. You know, you got to spend something before you get there.
That sounds like an economic.